front of window of a grocery store. Just room for me to have a watch bench and a counter. And Grandma would take the watches in, and I would take them with me and work on them at 4, plus the watches I took in down there. And that was quite successful doing that. And it was a nice building next to the hotel in the town. And I rented that and had a chance to buy some fixtures at a real good price. And I bought the fixtures and put it in another store and hired this guy to run it for me. And I went back to Selma with Grandma. And he was a watch repairman. He went to the same school I did. And we did good until I found out he was having an affair with a colored lady that worked in the hotel. And I said, Lord have mercy, that'll never do. If people find out what's going on, I said, so I didn't have no choice. I closed the store and moved him back to Selma to help me. In the meantime, this old man had a jewelry store across the street from me. He was about 90 years old, and his name was Charlie Talbot, and he was an old bachelor. And him and his sister lived beside the babysitter in an old house. The barber built a new house next to him, and I would see him come. He could barely walk. He'd walk back and forth. And I was over talking to him, and he would pour kerosene in the heater and throw a match in there. And I said, Mr. Tyler, I said, you gonna explode. That heater is gonna explode on you one day. I said, I'll watch for you. And when I see you come, I'll come over and start the fire for you. So he agreed to let me do that. And then I talked him into selling me in the store, and him retired, and he didn't have nothing much, but he let me have the store, and it had a big old safe in it. The safe was so big that they had to put it in the building before they finished it. Well, I was so happy that I had a safe. I didn't have one. And my business grew because everybody knew old man Talbot. And so they'd come there and they were happy to do business with me. And he had fixtures in there, naturally. So we just grew from that. And finally, I decided every January, Grandmama and I would come to Florida, and we liked it so well, I decided to come to Florida and open the jewelry store.
Good for you.
So I came to Florida and I turned the store over to Ralph, the guy that worked for me. And went out. But first I came to Florida and thinking I was going to take it, buy me a little business and take it easy. Well, no kill. I rented this place that had a gas station, a restaurant, and living quarters all together. And I thought, well, I got it made. So my brother and a neighbor friend of my brother, they came with me. And they helped me run. They would take care of the gas station, and I would take care of the restaurant. I was the chef. And they were 4 ladies, number 1, Highway 1, and them workers every morning would be banging on the door at 5:30 in the morning for me to fix them breakfast. And oh, by the way, we sold wine and we sold beer, and we had a separate little room for colored people. And one day, this old, somebody was at the window to the colored room, and I went and asked them. They said, Mr. Joe, there's a man leaning up against the telephone pole, and I think he's dead. I went out there, and sure enough, the man was propped up next to the telephone pole. He was already cold.
Oh my
He
goodness.
was dead.
Oh.
My uncle Jack had a little place where he comes to the winter. And he was very religious, and he come to Florida for the winter, and he come to my place, and he saw me selling beer. He said, "Son, I'll pay you for every bit of beer you got if you agree to go and dump it in the river." I said, "Jack, I can't do that because I'm leasing this place from a lady, and she told me that I had to do that. I had to sell beer and wine before she leased the place to me." Well, my mother came to visit, and she tried to help me, and there I was, trying to draw draft beer, and my mother, she didn't like it. She was sister of Uncle Jack, and she felt like I was doing the wrong thing. And Mike was a baby, and Joy and Doug were little boys. And finally, I decided that that wasn't for me. Well, first, I ran the place on the beach, and we lived on the beach for about 3 months. And I found out that living on the beach wasn't for me. And the salt spray and everything, the winters, we'd wash the winters, and next day there'd be all salt spray. So, but we lived on the beach, and before I leased the restaurant, and I told the lady that I leased the place from that I was gonna close it because it wasn't for me. She said, "I don't want it closed." Well, she paid me. I had added more things, and she paid me for the difference that I had added stock.